Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the beginning of a new crafty week. Today is February 9th. Happens to be my 24th wedding anniversary. So I'm up trying to, do my thing. And somebody thinks she's a lap dog. So hilarious. Okay, guys, this is the Dolphin. This is the first project of the week. I'll tell you more about the pattern, but pretty much. So yes, this is the Dolphin. It's time to start making the tail, but I'm gonna stop for now and start my nighttime routine, which is basically just a shower, moisturizing, and then I will read until bedtime. All right, that's it. That's all for this portion. Bye. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. Hi, Bella.
Believe it or not, baby, you could earn your masters.
For under 11,000.
Master's degree for under 11K in less than a year.
Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. It's the 10th of February, and I'm up early. I'm gonna go and do my quiet time, but got up early, read a little bit. This is a book I started so long ago, and at the beginning of 2026, I'm trying to finish either books that I meant to finish last year or books I started last year. This is one of them. I think I have one more. I was reading Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green, but we had to take it back to the library, so I'm just going to take that off my list for now. Anyway, I'll come back later with some updates on the crochet. Bye. What's that? Are you supposed to have that? You looking to make a trade? Why do you have it? Y'all, this dog. She is a handful, let me tell you. Cute as she can be, though. Okay, guys, it's Wednesday night, and I finished the Dolphin. So you have to sew the belly on, you have to sew on all the pins, but from here, the fins, from here to here is one piece. I like how it turned out. It's a little rustic looking, but it's great. It turned out really great. I don't know why Alexa said that. I didn't ask her nothing. But anyway, all done. Next. Okay, guys, so I'm continuing on. It's a little crochet and chat. What I'm doing, I already said this, but I'm not going to use that clip, so I'm going to tell you again. So today is Friday, and it is, Friday the 13th of February, and our young man has been gone since the 11th on a college tour. He had the opportunity to go on a HBCU college tour. They went to 3 different universities. And they do this, I know they do it throughout the state of California. I'm not 100% sure if they do it everywhere, but they do it, it's different schools that go, they do it different years. So this is his first opportunity to go, and the juniors went to the Atlanta, Alabama area. So they flew into Atlanta. They got a coach bus to take them to the different universities. And yeah, it seems like so far, from what we can tell, it's been a cool experience for him. Anyway, he is coming home tonight. And I decided to see how much crochet I can get done of this project while we wait for the call that they are back at the school. They're already on the plane on the way back. So we shortly, very shortly, less than an hour by now, they should be landing. And then we can all go get our little goslings who are not so little anymore. It's kind of surreal as he's been gone this time. Because y'all know, if you've been here long enough, y'all know that Jordan has done sleepaway camp since he was 9 years old for a week every year, except for the COVID years. But for the most part, he goes, and for the most part, plus when they're in elementary, they also do a science camp, and it's also sleepaway, but it's just a couple of days. And so he's been going, but this time it's kind of interesting because it just made me really think about the fact that he's going to be a senior in the fall this year, which means that not too much longer will he be here with us. He'll be at college. So yeah, it's really something else. It's surreal. And you know, Jordan is a easy kid. He's very, very easy. We've been blessed. But it's just weird, like, having him not be here and to have it be long term and just like another year and a half. You know, I by no means think that he's going to be launched. I mean, I went to college. I know what that's like. That is not, you're ready to hit the road. A lot of people do, but not necessarily ready to hit the road and be on your own when you're 18 years old. Most people, some people have to do it. Some people choose to do it, but I know I wasn't ready, and I graduated from college and came right back home until I figured myself out. But anyway, it's just surreal. So anyway, he'll be home shortly, and I'm trying to make this alpaca / llama to catch up for the Knit Night Group's challenges. This is the last thing that I have to make, and then I'll be on schedule because they've already picked the upcoming challenge, which is a cow. They've picked that already, but this was the backlog. The alpaca is a backlog, or either it was last week's, and then I think I'll be all caught up. So this is a pattern. I'll tell y'all more about it later, but I did pay for it, but it was like $1.80. And it's a low, so I think the only thing you're going to have to sew on are the ears. But I think I just finished the plain rounds, and so that's why I turned on the camera to talk to y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I gotta do one more of the plain rounds because it was 1, then it was 2, then it was 1, it was 2. Yep. I think I have to do one more of the plain rounds, and then we will start to decrease. And I will update you guys on how much I get done of this while we wait for the call to go and pick up our boy. All right, be back soon. Bye. All right, this is how far I got. He's on the ground, not back at the school yet, but this is how far I got. This thing is never gonna stand up. I mean, look, boom, it's too heavy on the head part. And these little bobbly feet, I don't even know. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish it. It's not the best pattern in the world, or I'm not the best crocheter for this pattern. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we stand right now. I'm gonna try and at least do the mouth and nose, and then yeah.
Even as a little girl, people would comment that my tummy was
Not my favorite pattern, but hey, it's gonna be an alpaca shortly. I think this was the llama pattern, but I think if I put the little tufts of hair, that makes it an alpaca. That's what I'm gonna do. So I still have this much left, which is plenty for the ears, and then some tufts of hair, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's enough. It's enough for sure. Okay, y'all. Jordan is at the airport. He's been at the airport for quite some time. Again, the bus to take them from the airport back to the school, not there. So I basically started and finished it's a llama. 'Cause I think if it was an alpaca, it would have the tufts of hair. That's what I'm not finished. I gotta embroider a couple more things. I'm almost finished. I gotta embroider the nose and then some eyebrows, and then it's done. And I know they usually have a colorful like saddle on them, but I'm using the yarn that's sitting here, and I made it with the little blue Sweet Snuggles light. So, or Tennille Home, I'm not sure, but it's pretty much done. I am not happy with this pattern. I'm glad I only paid $1.80. But the interesting thing is this is surface crocheted and this is surface crocheted on. So I found that interesting. But anyway, I did finish. I'm going to embroider, and hopefully by then it'll be time to go pick up my boy. And it's never going to stand up on its own. Never going to happen. And this is what I have left of these two. We'll figure out something to use these for. In the meantime, we're going to move on, because we used this one in the hippo. We used it in the whale, and we still have all of this left. Yeah, and this one we used in the mushroom boy. But I think maybe this was the second of the two that we used for that. Cause yeah, it is. This is the second of the two, because that's a pretty big project. So that's pretty good. And this is used on the whale as well. I mean the dolphin. So, and a turtle, right? I forgot. A turtle as well. So a lot came out of these two balls. Anyway, time to move on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started with Gustav, which is going to be with acrylic yarn. It is going to be, I'm going to use the retro stripes yarn from Red Heart Super Saver, and I'm going to hold it double and see how that goes. Okay, I'll show y'all later. All right, guys, so the boy is back. And I had started working on Gustav before we left, and I had one of the feet made. This one here was made, and then when I came home, I made this one and then joined them together. Now look at what's happening. So this is the retro stripes yarn from Red Heart Super Saver. And initially I had one full ball and a partial ball, small remnant, and that's what I made this with. But as you can see, as we continued on with this one, it started to run out, and right in here is where I had to, I think we got all the way up to here somewhere, and we had to tie in the other one. And look at what is happening. It just so happens now that I tied in the second full ball that they're on the same page. Like, they are literally right together for the most part. So this one is truly gonna stripe. It's gonna be fun to see, how it comes together. So see these two strands? That's how it's coming out now. It's double stranded, but we are on the same color. I was expecting the whole thing to look like this, but that's not how it worked out. So it's gonna be fun to see this worked up. Anyway, I'm gonna stop for now and do more work on this, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. But I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. The boy's back. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday morning. We have a 3-day weekend. We're very, very happy. But I'm up. Slept much better because my boy is home. I just, I'm not actively anxious, but definitely very challenging sleeping, waking up every hour. But not so last night because the boy's back. Anyway, look at the bag. Remember, I stuffed it full of all kinds of things. And now this is what we're down to. So the sock project is still in there, which needs some attention for sure. And now the Gustav project has been started. So let's see. I'm a little bit concerned. I hope this is enough yarn for Gustav. I know I have more retro stripe. I just think it's in the storage, and I will have to go shop in the storage to get it. But that's not such a bad thing. I could do that if I have to. But anyway, this is where we stand, and I'm gonna work on it a little bit this morning. Okay, bye. All right, guys, look at. See how it's working up? It's so pretty. This is why we love this retro stripe from Red Heart Super Saver. So beautiful. But yeah, I keep thinking I'm going to run out, but I'm just going to trust it. I'm going to have enough for Gustav or call an audible or something. Anyway, that is how this is coming along. It's time to make some breakfast, eat some breakfast, and read. Well, happy Valentine's Day, guys. Today is Saturday the 14th of February, and this is what we did on Valentine's Day. It was actually called a clay date, and it was so fun. So originally we saw these people. We had gone out for, I believe it was another Saturday writing session, but we had gone to a coffee shop, and these folks were set up outside the coffee shop. They had an event, and it looked so cool. So Steve actually looked it up, found out they were having this on Valentine's Day today, and signed us up. So you had choices. You could make your own, or you could paint your own. Make your own meant they gave you a ball of clay, and you made either a picture frame or you made a magnet, but they all, you made it as elaborate as you wanted to. They had templates and all of that. We signed up for paint your own, which means that we picked pots that they had already created and fired once, and we just put our designs on those. And I'm telling you, it was so fun they had a lot of different choices of what you could pick to paint. And we both picked a pot. If you had done cups, you could do 2, but we picked a pot. And so that's what you see us doing. And we learned that day that you can draw on the pieces with a pencil, and those pencil marks would get burned off in the firing. However, but if I could draw, that would have been so fantastic. I was drawing something lovely. They had all kinds of paint brushes available for you, so you could do detailed work if you were that good. I'm not that good, so basically I did a color block thing, and I'm hoping I picked really beautiful colors that are going to get richer once they are fired. That's what I was going for. And but yeah, it would have been so cool if I could draw to actually put something on it that like a flower or something like that. But I just kept it simple with the color block. You can't really see Steve's pot because of the way I have the camera sitting, but he is actually did a mandala kind of design on his pot. And yeah, they just gave us a instruction page and told us how to get started. They provided everything. They had refreshments. They had cold brew and Cuban pastries. And it actually was a really, really fun, really chill event. And I just really like spending Valentine's Day this way. Very, not so very typical. The things you normally do on Valentine's Day can be a little bit stressful, trying to go out to dinner when everybody else is trying to go out to dinner and the prices go up and the parking is hard, and therefore, and we did that kind of thing early on, but now we just are trying to do experiential things. I mean, that's the kind of gifts we keep saying we want. We don't want a lot more stuff. We want to do things. And so this was just perfect for us to do, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. It was actually in a little neighborhood not far from our home where we live, but we really didn't frequent the area a lot, so it was nice to be over there and just see what is available. And we do have plans to go back over there. So this is me in action, doing my painting, and in the end, they took a picture with our unfired pots, and we will go back in 2 weeks to pick them up, and we will definitely be showing you guys that. So we decided to just go ahead and look around the neighborhood and found this really cool coffee shop and got some coffee, got some lunch. And yeah, I got a Vietnamese coffee, guys, and it's strong. All right, guys, look at Gustav. All the crocheting is done on this part of it. I still need to do the arms, but that's it for my fluff. That's it for my fiber fill, so I'm going to have to go and get some. This was a 10-pound bag, I think. A 10-pound box or a 10-pound bag. I can't remember. But it's all gone now. Time to get more. Okay, bye. Hey, guys. I got fairly far on Gustav and ran out of fluff, which we talked about in the last clip. So here is my new box of 5-pound box of fluff. Now, Michael's had a coupon for 40% off, and then I had a $5 reward. So basically, I paid $10 and some change for this. Score! All right, guys, look at that. And literally all the yarn has been used of the 2 balls and the remnant. And I had to shorten the arms so I would have enough. And I took out like 1 round from the body. And I'm still playing yarn chicken. All right, let me get the arms sewed on. Bye. All right, guys, we have finished our Gustav. So I didn't even bring it over here, but literally I played yarn chicken. I have like a few little snippets. I didn't even really have enough for both arms. I had to cut out 3 rounds on each arm, and I still could not crochet one of the arms together, so I just kind of sewed it on. I mean, I sewed both of them on, but you know how you fold it and you crochet it together to close it? I could not do that. I got halfway across and the yarn was done. But we made it through, and here is my Gustav. Look at how cute. I really like how he came out. I like everything. Now, my original plan, I was going to use safety eyes. I was like, oh, I'm going to crochet the white, but I'm going to use my black 20 millimeter safety eyes to take care of the eyes. However, I closed the whole thing up and then was like, oh, I was supposed to do safety eyes. But anyway, I love how it worked up in the Red Heart Super Saver Retro stripe. I have double stranded it, so he is a good size. 6 12. He's about 14 inches tall. And he came out really good. I really, really like it. I decided, because of course I ran out of the yarn, so I don't have anything for the little hair puff. I don't necessarily like that anyway. And so I'm just going to keep them simple. Gustav is going to go to my job and sit on my desk and be completely coordinated with my blanket, which was made from the exact same yarn. And so actually I could use that succulent carrot 1 pound. I could use that and make hair, but I'm gonna leave Gustav just like this. This was so fun to make. I started it on Friday, as you saw, and today is Sunday, and Gustav is all finished. He would have been finished sooner, except as you saw, I ran out of fluff, so I had to go get a new box of that, and then I could continue on. I finished most of it before I went to church. The whole body and everything was done. When I came back from church, I made all of this and then sewed it on while I was talking to my sister on the phone. So yep, Gustav is all done, and with that, we are going to end this weekly crafty vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share. Comment down below if you have made Gustav. Gustav is a free download on Ravelry, which I will link in the description box below. I know that for me, I saw Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast make this, and a lot of people on her page have made it, and it actually is not something that I would be drawn to, except I don't know, I saw Terry's and I was like, oh, maybe I'll give Gustav a try. And I had 2 balls left of this retro stripe, and the whole time I was making it, I was like, am I going to have enough? Am I going to have enough? Am I going to have enough? And literally, if I had put that round in that was supposed to be here, and I would not have had enough. I would not have had enough. And I had 2 full balls of the retro stripe plus a remnant, and it would not have been enough, so I had to adjust. Anyway, love how Gustav came out. A lot of people on Terry's page are making multiples of these. I'm gonna stop here unless I get inspired by another colorway. I do have some really pretty yarn from Hobby Lobby, but I only got 2 balls, and I don't think, and I want them to be this big. Y'all know how I am. I like a substantial amigurumi. I don't really like, I only make the small ones for market makes, really. But yeah, I really like big ones. I like the big amigurumi, so I would want to double strand it again or use a size 5 acrylic yarn. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I don't even know how I got to talking about Gustav again. But yeah, free pattern, so anybody can do it. This is very, very easy amigurumi, so give it a shot. It's super cool and super cute, and I really like how, I don't even know what Gustav is supposed to be. Does anybody know? I looked at the pattern to see if like maybe she wrote what it's supposed to be, but in the pattern you could put teddy bear ears. You could also put rabbit ears on here, so I guess Gustav can be whatever y'all want it to be. Mine is just gonna be this little monster, this little figure. All right, I mean, I could say that Gustav is a cat just because of the way the ears are. I don't know. Anyway, I think Gustav came out really cute. This one was made by me, for me, and I'm really happy with it. Okay, all right. I'm rambling. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Until we meet again, keep it crafty. Bye. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all. Look at the bag. The only thing that's in here really are the socks and some random partial balls of yarn. But overall, everything that was originally in this bag is gone. I've used as much as I can of all the yarns. I completed the projects that were planned. So yay, let's see what we get up to the rest of the week. Okay, bye for real this time. Bye.